What happens when the very symbols of hope, of order, become the ones spreading chaos and suspicion? I mean, when the good guys go bad, and maybe the bad guys, well, maybe they're the ones trying to save the day. It's a really unsettling thought, isn't it? Today, we're going to plunge into a world just totally turned upside down. We're exploring this phenomenon called inversion from Book 3, Issue 5 of a really key storyline.
Just to set the scene quickly for anyone needing a refresher, this inversion spell, it was this huge surge of magic that literally flipped the moral axis. Heroes became villains, villains became, well, something else, something unexpected.
Okay, right. Let's dive in, because the start of this issue, wow, it's not just jarring. It's like a punch to the gut. We're inside Avengers Tower, usually, place for teamwork, trust. Sam Wilson, Captain America, he's gathered the heroes, but something is just immediately fundamentally wrong.
And what's really striking is how fast that trust just evaporates instantly. Sam Wilson, right? The guy who took up Captain America's shield, the symbol of ethical leadership, and now he's acting like some kind of paranoid dictator. He says Red Skull escaped, and with zero proof, he points the finger straight at his own team. This isn't just bad leadership, it's the total opposite of everything Captain America stands for. Some Avengers, they're obviously offended, rightfully so. But maybe worse is that quiet worry you see in others. They're not just worried about Skull anymore, they're worried about Sam.
Yeah.
His whole vibe, his behavior. It just doesn't feel like Captain America. And that feeling of betrayal, that's the first real sign of how powerful this spell is.
And it gets darker. It's not just suspicion, it's control. Spider-Man's spider sense, that alarm that almost never steers him wrong, it starts going off big time. He figures out Sam's real plan, and it's terrifying. He wants to imprison them all, and not just any prison. We're talking Hank Pym's subatomic ant farm.
Wow.
Yeah, like a pocket dimension prison, tiny, inescapable, designed for the worst threats, not your teammates. This isn't just misguided leadership anymore. This is tyranny. Pure and simple, no due process, no history together matters.
And if you think about the bigger picture here, Spider-Man, right? Quick wit, instinct, often the moral compass on the street level. Now he's literally running away from Captain America, the symbol of order, justice.
Yeah.
It's just this powerful visual metaphor for the chaos the inversion spell caused, isn't it? The whole natural order is flipped, protector, oppressor, the lines are just gone. And Spider-Man's reaction, smashing the glass, grabbing Nova, that desperate escape, it just underlines how serious, how immediate the threat from their old leader really is.
Right. No time to talk. Just got to run.
Exactly. No debate, no second chances.
Yeah.
Only escape.
And the chase isn't over. Sam, this inverted Sam, he goes after them, throws his shield, the iconic shield at Nova, not like a warning shot, as a weapon.
Oof.
Then he makes this just unthinkable threat. He says he'll kill them if they don't reveal where Skull is. Lethal force from Captain America.
And this is where the story really hammers home what inversion means. Spider-Man's line, it's funny, but it's also dead serious commentary.
What's he say?
He quips. Literally the least Captain America line of dialogue ever. Totally speaks for the audience, right? Captures that shock, that disbelief we're all feeling watching this transformation. Sam, under the spell, he boasts, there's a lot more different about me. And boom!
Yeah.
Right then, his own shield bounces back, slams right into him.
While this chase is happening, we see the chaos isn't just inside Cap. These new morally flipped partnerships, they're already falling apart. You've got Scarlet Witch now aligned with Sam in this messed up order. She gets super impatient, mocks him right to his face, calls him an incompetent stooge.
Right.
Doesn't exactly sound like a team built on shared ideals, does it?
That's a great question, actually. Does evil struggle to wield a symbol of pure good? And you nail the instability part. These alliances under the spell, purely opportunistic. They're not like heroes or even long-term villains who usually have some kind of common goal or code, These guys are driven by their inverted impulses, selfish, chaotic. The second one person's warped goal clashes with another's. Boom, they're ready to turn on each other. No hesitation. Shows that real power, lasting power, needs some kind of shared values, right? Not just shared anger or whatever this is.
And so with Cap acting like this, you have to wonder how long till someone pushes back hard. And that's exactly when we get maybe the most shocking role reversal yet. Magneto steps in. Magneto, he actually protects Spider-Man and Nova, hides them from Wanda, who's hunting them. Magneto, the mutant master of magnetism, longtime villain, militant leader. He's protecting heroes. You heard that right.
The contrast is just stark, isn't it? Shows how completely flipped the moral alignments are. Magneto, who traditionally, has fought humanity for mutant survival, for dominance, now he's the shield for two young heroes. It's really disorienting. And you asked earlier about loyalty among the inverted. Well, Magneto's move here, It's fascinating. Okay, he protects Spidey and Nova.
Okay, so Magneto steps in completely unexpected, and that actually leads to some answers, right? He takes Spider-Man and Nova to Avengers Mansion, and there's Steve Rogers. Luckily, he wasn't inverted, and Steve finally explains the awful truth that spelled back at Genosha. It inverted everyone.
Yeah.
Heroes became tyrants, villains became saviors. It's a total moral reversal.
The spell didn't just tweak powers or moods. It flipped personalities, core beliefs, loyalties, deep down.
The most dangerous fallout might be the Hulk. He's got this terrifying new form, Clue, like the Hulk. And he's on a massive rampage.
Clue.
Not just bigger, but somehow more savage. Pure destruction. And Nova, he's still young, maybe too brave for his own good. He actually accepts Clue's challenge to a fight. Foolishly, maybe?
Definitely foolish.
This inverted world is just getting crazier and way more dangerous by the minute.
Clue isn't just Hulk, but stronger. He's like the manifestation of the Hulk's own inner darkness, amplified by the spell. Think about it. Banner fights to control Hulk's rage, right? But now the Hulk himself has this even more destructive, malevolent core.
Right.
What does it mean when the monster inside the hero gets inverted into an even worse monster? Unchained, just pure destruction. It's a scary thought experiment on internal evil, isn't it? Shows that even inside a monster there can be something worth waiting.
And while the regular heroes are dealing with their evil twins and these new monsters, all this chaos, it creates openings for others. While the Avengers are tearing each other apart, Apocalypse thrives. He's always thrived on chaos, right? Survival of the fittest, natural selection through conflict. For him, this inversion isn't a disaster. It's a golden opportunity.
Precisely. Apocalypse lives for chaos, for proving the strong survive. His whole philosophy is evolution through conflict. So a world where morals are completely gone. For him, that's the perfect testing ground.
Yeah, makes sense for him.
He's not just another bad guy showing up. He's like this unique, almost philosophical threat in a world already falling apart. He uses the breakdown of order to push his own ruthless agenda. He's not really inverted like the others. It's more like the world, because of the inversion, finally looks like how he always believed it should be.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah, it lets him fast-track his plans. His opportunism really highlights a chilling truth. Some forces don't need a spell to cause destruction. They just need the right circumstances.
Meanwhile, back at Avengers HQ, Sam Wilson leans even harder into tyranny. He's not just making accusations now. He's actually boasting that democracy failed, that the world needs a tyrant. This is just the ultimate Captain America inversion. The man who stood for liberty, justice, the whole American ideal, now preaching dictatorship. It's such a profound, chilling betrayal of everything that symbol means.
And this is where the clash of ideas becomes unavoidable and really devastating. Forget the surface shock for a second. This specific inversion makes us face what happens when freedom and democracy aren't just attacked from outside, but betrayed by their biggest champion.
Right.
It asks, is the symbol stronger than the person, or can one person's fall just shatter an entire belief system? And as Sam goes full dictator, he runs right into the X-Men. Rogue, in this really powerful moment, she just steps up and knocks him back. Shows that even inverted, Cap's not all powerful. There are limits.
Good for Rogue.
Yeah. And Apocalypse. He issues his decree. It's chilling. Evacuate New York. Any human left slaughtered. He says, tell them the apocalypse is upon them. Which, yeah, that pretty much sums up the terrifying stakes in this new morally broken reality.
So where does this leave us as the issue wraps up? What does it all mean for this inverted universe?
By the end of Book 3, Issue 5, the fallout from that spell is at a boiling point. Captain America, symbol of liberty. He's a tyrant. Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood hero. Now he's the voice of conscience, a desperate fugitive. Magneto, the classic villain, forced into being a reluctant protector.
Unbelievable.
And Apocalypse, that ancient force of nature. He's the ultimate opportunist, ready to just rip the world apart. The X-Men and Avengers aren't just split. They're at war with themselves, with each other. Everything you thought you knew about these characters, totally reshaped. It leaves us in this really confusing, scary place. Exactly. We've seen just how fast trust can vanish, how moral compasses can just spin completely out of control when something this powerful hits. This deep dive into Issue 5, it's not just about a shocking plot twist. It shows us how fragile identity really is, how one massive event can totally redefine who's a hero, who's a villain, not just in what they do, but in their fundamental purpose. It's a really deep look at good and evil itself, Makes you question if our core character is truly fixed.
For you, what's the biggest takeaway from this massive inversion? It's just such a powerful reminder, isn't it, that even the symbols we think are rock solid can change. And sometimes the consequences are terrifying. It really pushes you to question your assumptions about who you label hero and villain.
And the story, it's nowhere near over. There are even more insane confrontations coming up, like Daredevil versus Tony Stark, Doctor Doom against Scarlet Witch, Thor facing Loki, every relationship twisted by this spell. It just leaves you wondering, when the world is this upside down, or morality itself feels broken, how does anyone find their way back? And maybe more importantly, who will they be if they ever do?